man is no less a slave because he's allowed to vote for a new master once in a term of years. For the first time throughout human history, we have the unprecedented opportunity to transform our society into a democracy, as it was wisely conceived in its true form, direct democracy. Technology has transformed every day from our daily lives, and it is time that we allowed it to upgrade and improve the way our societies take decisions. We felt the lack of a reliable and meaningful platform for this purpose. Thus, we began building Epitome, an instrument for this purpose. So Epitome is a direct democracy online platform for societies of every demand or size. It allows the full and non-exclusive participation of citizens and members through an appealing and abundant design. Rather than top-down, government-controlled referendums, Epitome is a responsive system in which the individual proposals are subjected to peer evaluation. Epitome is not closed and final product, but it's a collection of numerous out-of-the-box systems and options for societies to customize to their own accord. All the features in this system and all its subsystems are optional and configurable and can be activated or deactivated as decided by the people. Epitome is and will always be free and open source, or anyone can review and contribute to the code. Let us see now a bit of the core characteristics of Epitome, which will provide us a synopsis of its philosophy. Epitome is designed to enable the participation of people with special needs, something that is clearly lacking in today's governments and referendums. Epitome is a responsive system which adapts according to the population characteristics to allow a smooth operation in communities of 10 people or 10 million. Epitome is designed to be a direct democracy platform, which means the need of delegates or representatives. There is no need of delegates or representatives. All the power stems from the people, and all the decisions are made by the people, which affect their lives. Although top-down management and proxy voting are also provided as options for communities that need so. Every part in the system is configurable not only upon its installation, but the options can be put under referendum for the people to decide. Any citizen can propose and vote. The weight lies in the quality of the ideas and not the people behind them. Every voice has the same power. And from the smallest to the greatest, everyone can be heard. Systems and instruments inside Epitome are designed to provide and enable the smooth transition and operation for nations to work as direct democracies. So the next two elements show the freedom of use and the open source of this platform, which allows anyone to adapt, develop, or contribute to the code. Abuse, such as propaganda, spam, and hateful language are filtered out by peer evaluation. The verification system provides an innovative and secure way to validate votes, which greatly impedes system penetration through feedback, statistical analysis, and surveying. So countries, universities, corporations, unions, and in general any form of community or society can use Epitome as their decision-making tool. Some of the voting characteristics of Epitome. We considered it crucial to add wide voting as a democratic process. Ranked voting, for those that do not know, is having more than one option and the user putting the options in order of preference. So there is also ranked voting inside Epitome. Proxy voting is delegating your voting power in someone else to vote for you, and it is also included in the system. Although not direct democracy as per se, but we included it so anyone can have the option. There is a problem with e-democracy in that there is the chance of someone forcing the vote to someone else. If someone lives in a hostile environment, he or she may be threatened to vote for something. So the ability to change the vote before the deadline as many times as you want deals to some extent with this problem. Also, users will have the option to create unofficial polls to gather opinions. So the voting verification system for Epitome, we designed a simple, but we believe effective system for verifying votes. Each user has a hasskey, a voting ticket, whether he participates or not in a referendum. When a user votes, his ticket, along with his IP address and the time that he casted his vote, are recorded in the system. Upon the ending of the voting, the sum of the users who voted and those who didn't must be equal to the total number of generated tickets. Users will be surveyed after some time to confirm and review the information. Statistical significant deviations from previous referendum characteristics can mean system intrusion. An infiltrator trying to vote for people who did not vote will register a vote when the actual user is offline. A user trying to vote by using random tickets will create tickets that have not been generated by the system. And if he attempts to change already registered votes, it will be found by post-survey. We have another problem that is of selling of votes in a democracy, especially if one is voting in a non-controlled environment such as home. It seems like the one solution, the user being able to verify what the system recorded as a vote and not be able to sell his vote, seem to cancel one out. If I can prove what I voted, I can also sell my vote. And the solution that we came up with is that users will be able to verify what they voted through a special access point, such as a university computer room or a library, when the users will have access to the system. That way, through a specially modified computer, he will be able to prove their decision and not sell his vote, and not have a print screen or sell his vote. A bit about the proposal submission details, which we believe is the most important feature for a direct democracy platform. Many believe that normal, everyday citizens are not able to propose policies and legislations. Well, are the politicians. We believe that the most capable people to propose and give solutions to different issues that arise in the society are the academics, the scientists, and people with a lot of experience. The people that are in the front line of research. Therefore, joint stands from universities, laboratory proposals, and in general, proposals from researchers will be available in the pool of proposals, something that is clearly lacking today. When creating a proposal, the users will have the option for the referendum to be accepted, to have a majority larger, a supermajority, larger than 50%. it's crucial to have, it's true that 51% is a majority, but if 51% voted yes, 49% voted no. So in crucial subjects, majority larger than 50% may be required. In the same way of thought, users, when creating proposals, will have the option to set a minimum level of participation. 51% is a majority, but not so when only 10% of the population participated. So, users will have the option to have amendments in the proposals that already exist and not create new ones. Some features for this section. To avoid resubmissions of proposals that have already been confirmed as referendums, the policies will have subjects, and after a referendum has been accepted, a lock on the same subject will be put as decided by the people. Whenever a proposal has values, the user won't have to create a new proposal with different values, but he will just be able to change the numerical values, let's say a tax level, inside the proposal. And after some time, the average of all the values will be generated to satisfy the majority. And as I said in the beginning, a user can choose to make a new proposal or amend existing ones. His amendments will also go through an evaluation by the citizens. And after the collaboration period has reached the deadline, users can decide if the deadline needs some extension or the proposal is mature enough to go referendum. A problem may arise that actually it's the most important problem that we haven't seen addressed so well so far, and it's a kind of tailored participations for societies of different size. Imagine in a society like China that is in crisis and every citizen suddenly decides to propose every day. It's China of 1.3 billion. What will happen then? So we created a collection of 3 systems we believe that address this problem to the core. In the first system, the system of cycles, users will not be able to propose directly in 100% of the population, but a small fraction of it. For example, 0.1%. If that population fraction accepts this proposal, it will move to a wider population percentage. And as it goes on, it will go through a bigger cycles until it reaches, it's widely accepted and it's put under 100% of the population referendum. In the next system, the system of favor, when a user submits a proposal, he will have an initial favor of an example 100. This favor disintegrates over time, and when it reaches 0, the proposal is removed automatically from the system. Users that support the proposals that have the greatest value of favor in each cycle will progress to the next one. And in the last system, political capital is similar to currency. Each user will have a maximum of 1, and he will use that, he will spend that to make a new proposal. When he spends it, he will, after some time, it will be renewed, and he can make a new proposal. All the values in those 3 systems are proportionate to the population size. And to have an example, with those 3 systems, in China, with a population of 1.3 billion, a user could submit a proposal once every 246 days in a group of 1.3 million people, and his submission, if not favored by anyone, would last for 7 hours before removal. In Greece, with a population of 11 million, a citizen could submit a proposal every 91 days in a group of 11,000, and his submission, if not favored by anyone, would last for 37 days So we can see that there is control according to the population size of each society. Now, for the ending, I would like to thank you. We are an open source project. We would love your ideas and your collaboration, and if possible here in academics, we'll have the opportunity to be probably introduced to students, thesis, or university groups that deal with open source projects. I will address your questions in a minute, and we have some brochures if you want to learn some more information about Epitome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.